Welcome to Tabletop Gaming Guild. Tabletop Gaming Guild is all about the experiences and memories that playing games with friends and families can create. Today we'll be looking at Race for the Galaxy. And I'll go through the basics of this deck building game. So the first thing it's going to do, it's going to give us 6 cards. We have to discard down to 4. But in order to actually know what that means, what you need to keep, you need to know the possible actions. So once we've done this, it'll give us the actions we can take, so you don't have to know it like right here. But if you see on the left side, you have these 5 Roman numerals. Those will show up as the possible actions later in a minute. But like Roman numeral 1 is the option to draw more cards, and what that does is if you choose that action, there's 2 different versions of it. There's one version that allows you to look at 5 cards and keep 1, if I remember right.
1, yeah. There's another one that looks at 3 cards only, but allows you to keep 2.
Yeah. But if you chose that action, if you didn't choose that action, everybody else just gets to draw 2 and keep 1. So action number 2 is to develop industry. So those are the cards with the diamond shape on them. And if you are the one that chose that action, you get to do it at a -1 cost. And the cost to develop is the number inside the diamond.
Costs in this game are basically cards discarded from hand.
Yes. Beside the diamond, that little hexagon is the point value of that card at the end of the game. We'll get into the other functions of the individual cards in a second. After we go through the different actions. Action number 3 is to develop a planet. Now, planets are the ones with the circle in the top left. And again, the number in that circle is the cost in cards to, lay that card out. Now, if you're the one that actually chose that action, you get to draw a card. Action number 4 is where it gets a little bit more complicated. Now, action number 4 is to spend goods. We'll skip that and go to action number 5. Action number 5 is how you get goods. If you look at the different planets, there's two primary types. There's the ones that have a white inside the circle and then a color on the outside rim, and there's the ones that have a solid color in the circle. Now, the solid color ones only get goods on them when you do that produce action, so that number 5 action. Now, a planet can never have more than 1 good, so you want to spend that good before you try to produce again. The ones that are white with the halo of the color, those are ones that produce as soon as you put it out, but then never produce on their own unless you have another card that allows them to produce. Now, let's skip back to action number 4, where you're actually using those goods. There's 2 types of spending goods. So if you look at every card has a row on it that has a $sign, and that's trading cards for goods. Now, if there's nothing...
Trading goods for cards.
Yeah, goods for cards. Yeah, sorry. Now, some of the cards will actually have something in that field that gives you a bonus if you do a specific type of card. If it's blank, you can always do the trade cards for goods at the basic cost, which I don't... basic values, which... Hopefully it shows you that somewhere, because... Basically, the value... How many cards you get for selling a card... It differs based on the color of the card you're selling. So basically, the color of the planet that produced it.
I know it's blue, brown, green, yellow. I think
the most valuable.
Yeah, it's the most valuable.
Most cards will have special functions, and there will be it'll indicate on the card what action it is associated with. But if you right-click on the card, it'll actually give you text of what that means, which is nice because in the the physical game, it's just all symbology. You have to look at the player aid to try to figure it out. And that's one of the biggest complaints about this game is the ridiculous amount of symbology that you have to learn, which, I mean, I don't consider it very difficult, but I've definitely seen people struggle with it. The last thing you have to learn is military planets. So if a planet, so one of the circle cards with the circle on the top left, has a red ring around the circle instead of a black border, that means it's a military planet, and it cannot be acquired by spending cards. It has to be acquired by military strength. And
my start planet is an example of a military planet, and also provides me a +2 military bonus. So I've got like 2 military strength to conquer more military planets.
Yeah, so if you click on Dan's like player area, you can see his start planet. And so that means basically if he wants to do a military planet and take over a military planet of 2 or less, he can do that without having to spend any cards. You can never spend cards to get a military planet. And you also notice in the top left where it has expense, it shows that this is in itself a military planet. And so, yeah, again, you can only acquire it by, having that military strength. That was probably a lot in a little bit of time. Does it make any sense?
Not really, no. So let's play.
I can walk through each step as we go.
Yeah, we'll go through it as we play. It'll be fine.
I mean, Dan, did I miss anything important?
I don't think so. The game ends when somebody places their 12th card into their tableau, or the pool of 36 it looks victory points runs out.
Okay.
And at that point, the person with the most victory points wins, and the victory points, of course, are the victory points you pulled out of the pile. You do most of that by doing phase, 4 powers allow you to get victory points for the most part.
Oh yeah, I did miss that step. Yeah, so I talked about phase 4. Like, by default, you can always use that to spend goods to turn into cards, but if you have a card that gives you like your starting planet, Peter.
Okay.
So what that's telling you, if you right click on it, if you use the phase 4 action and use it for goods, you can discard 1 good from any planet to get a victory point and a card. Now, if you are the one that actually decided to take the phase 4 action, you get to double the amount of victory points you get for doing that.
Okay.
Do you see where I'm talking about on your card?
Yeah. I'm looking at the card. Yeah.
Yep. So yeah.
It doesn't make any sense to me yet, but I'm looking at it.
So basically, what this card has 2 abilities. In phase 3, it adds military strength, so you can settle a military planet of strength 1 with no cost.
Okay.
Which is not terribly helpful yet until you add some more military strength. There are few cards that cost 1 strength, but
okay.
And it also allows you to trade goods for points and cards.
Yeah, I'll learn it as we play, because I'll start seeing you guys do stuff. Yeah. We'll just play it and it'll be good.
And some of the developments, the diamond-shaped cards, if it's a value 6, that usually is, end game points.
So as the new person to this game, I guess my first question is the first thing it's telling me to do is to drag 2 cards to discard.
Yeah.
I have no idea of a strategy because I don't know the game. So how do I choose which 2 cards to get rid of?
So one of the key strategies in this game is, optimize your actions so you get your setup up so you can develop and you can settle, and then take a different action. So you almost want to watch what people are doing and try to predict what action they'll take and make sure you have something that you can play with that. So it's generally good to try to keep at least 1 planet and 1 development. And generally, at this early in the game, the more expensive ones you generally want to get rid of.
The game does have an engine building element as well. So, like, if you can stack a lot of powers that do the same thing in the same action, it could get a little explosive.
With that information, I'm going to get rid of those 2 cards.
Okay. Yeah, I've discarded mine. Oh, I have to hit confirm. All right.
All right, so I have discarded my 2, and I have clicked OK to confirm.
Okay, and now each of us has to pick one of the actions on the left side of the screen here. The trick is that if someone picks a phase 1, we all perform phase 1. It's just you get a bonus if you picked it.
Just once again, the 1 ones involve drawing cards, 2 is building developments, 3 settling planets. Then you got the money one for trading cards for trading goods for cards. Then you got the points.
That's something I guess I haven't figured out is like, how do we get goods to trade?
If you pick phase 5, your planets that can produce will. None of us start with any planets that can produce.
I did actually, but I actually started with a good on a planet.
Yeah, he started with a good, but that's not a planet that produces.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, if it has a solid color in the circle, that can produce goods.
If it has a solid color in the center.
In the top left of the, you have the circle with the value of the card.
I got you. So it's like a little moon going around the planet circle that has a solid color in it.
That's called a Windfall Planet. A production planet would be solid brown.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the one with the halo and the little moon with the circle in it, it's just only produces when you first put it out.
Okay.
So that's the difference. But if it had the whole circle was solid color.
So like mine, which is a solid gray, that doesn't count?
Nope. It has to be a color.
Gray is a color, so okay.
It's not associated with one of the resources. Blue, brown, green, or yellow.
If gray was a color, my family would not constantly tell me to wear more color.
Oh, okay. That's funny.
After you've picked whatever action you're going to do, there should be a confirmation there on the right. There we go. All right.
I was the one that forgot.
Looks like we're exploring. Cool. Oh man, I got some good ones.
So so because the 1, the 2, and the 3 have something beside it, is that what we each chose to do?
Yes.
Yes.
Do we know which one of us chose that?
Yes, it does. It actually shows you by your player who chose.
Oh, okay. I see that.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. All right. So Pete, yeah, you picked develop. Looks like you picked settle over there. Okay. Yep. Cool. All right.
All right. So I discarded.
I keep forgetting to hit OK to confirm.
Okay, so now we can develop stuff. You picked this, so I still have to discard something. Okay, all right. Well, I've got a card that I'm willing to discard.
How do I know how much I have to spend?
Yeah, you discard cards from your hand to pay the cost.
Oh.
And you picked to develop, so anything that you do develop is -1.
Oh, okay. So it's not going to cost me quite as much if I'm the one who did. Okay. Sure, why not? I'm learning this game. It'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
It'll be fun. I'll just win.
Yeah. I mean, no.
It's fine. You lost last time.
That's true, but I whooped you guys the time before that, so...
I didn't play that time, so it's fine.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And you said victory points are in the octagon or whatever next to it?
Yes.
Yeah, the heck.
Victory points. And you also get victory points by spending goods with the action number 4.
So let's see. You played Diversified Economy. You played the Interstellar Bank. All right. I can settle a planet. All right. Well, I just so happen to have one of those that I can now settle.
Peter chose an expensive card, though. Oh, well... Yeah, I chose a planet, but I didn't plan ahead, so I actually spent more than I should have.
You spent your cards on your development rather than your planet. Is that what happened?
Yep, so I didn't have enough left for the planet.
Interesting.
I will...
Well, I think I'm going to do that again. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I am choosing to rectify my mistake. Ooh, okay. What did this do?
Okay, let me take a look at this.
I like that one, but... Whew. So you both chose to explore to draw cards, huh?
Pete went the +5. He's digging for answers. I decided to keep the extra card. I'm looking for fuel.
I took an action that neither of you can take yet. Haha. Because neither of you have goods. This is a game I used to play quite a bit, but that was a few years back.
Same for me. Did you ever get any expansions there, Nathan?
Well, I got the Alien Artifacts expansion, and I played it once, and I've never played it again.
I think I got the first expansion. I think it was called The Gathering Storm.
Yeah, the Alien Artifacts ones add like a little mini game where you exploring some alien spaceship or something. I don't remember. Okay, now I got some cards to deal with. Well, that seems like the logical action to take. I'm not sure about this music. It's soothing, but...
You just feel like it's too relaxing?
Yeah, possibly. That might just be me.
It's not sci-fi enough.
It feels like I'm at the planetarium, though, so I guess that is sort of sci-fi.
Maybe.
Oh, wow, it's been so many years since I went to a planetarium.
I went to one not too long ago, actually. It had been years before that for me, but I went to one at the Carnegie Science Center.
Yep.
Just a couple years ago. I went to one of their late night after hour things.
Yeah, I used to go to that Carnegie Science Center all the time as a kid.
I really have no idea what I'm doing so far in this game.
It's all right.
Cool.
Okay. Sure, why not?
Okay. Ooh.
I don't think I want any of these. All right.
Okay, I think I'm getting rid of this one.
Develop. Nice. Nice.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. I could do the same thing I just did last time. 6. Wow.
I've got a small army going over here, and I'm liking it.
I am very tempted. This is stupid, but I'm doing it.
I approve.
Really? I don't know. It is stupid. No, it's just too stupid. Okay, no. I
Art,
won't do
you gotta
it.
have something going on.
And get rid of that. I was debating getting rid of all my cards to buy an expensive card. Ooh, wow. Dan's going for the military for sure. Okay, I'll get rid of...
I'm not sure what good it'll do me yet, but
this one. And... this one. Okay.
oh wow.
Yeah, military is nice, but you know, you can have some bad luck and not have the military planets come up for you.
Well, I managed to get a couple so far. We'll see.
Oh,
I do
wow.
believe that is the action I want. Okay, interesting. We go to settle. I can settle a planet, so sure. Well, conquer, but you know.
So, okay. Maybe I didn't have enough to do that?
Yeah, you only have 2 cards in your hand, so if you have something that's costs more than 1, you can't play it.
Oh, there's no discount to this one?
The benefit of action 3 is you get to draw an extra card if you do the action.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, actually, if you right-click on the action, it'll tell you what the benefits are. It's okay. I had one I chose that I couldn't use either, and I can't use the one that Dan did.
So now I've got a pile of cards. What do I do with them?
Ooh, I like that.
I think my massive amount of military strength finally petered out. I finally don't have anything I could do to help me.
This is definitely a game where it'd be useful in this digital version to have a version where it can just like play with the hands revealed and just for teaching purposes. But I mean, that is technically what the tutorial's for, so.
Right, I should have played the tutorial before we jumped on here.
Yeah, oh well.
We're at settled. We can place a world. What world am I placing? I think I'm gonna go for this one.
I do want this one. I have to spend the card I wanted to keep, but oh well.
Wow, that was more expensive than I wanted it to be.
I finally have my strategy figured out.
Do you now? Let me see what your cards are doing over there. You look like you might be gearing up for some kind of produce trade loop. Yeah, kinda.
Kind of, not really. Not yet.
Not yet.
Interesting.
All those cards, and very few of them were even remotely relevant.
I got 2 cards that almost identical. Nobody did develop or settle. I guess I'm about to find out what the heart can limit is. I don't remember.
The hand limit is 10, which is exactly what you just hit.
Okay. Well, you know what I'm not doing this round.
You may place a development. Oh, let me think about that.
There goes all these cards.
Oh, you just played a 6-drop too. What is yours cared about? Novelty production. Why am I not surprised?
Oh, and look
How
what
much is that 6-drop worth to you? 6. Okay. All right. Well, I might place a world. That one.
If you notice some cards go gray, it's because you can't play duplicate cards.
All right. So I've got no cards in my hand.
Same
Let's fix
here.
it.
Okay, so, oh yeah, that's right. The consume trade, nobody can follow. That's the bonus for that one, right? So you have to do it yourself.
If you pick consume, the bonus is first you may trade a good. And then everyone's allowed to activate consume powers for victory points.
For points. So yes.
Oh my god, we all picked the same page.
Figured.
Yeah.
Choose a consume power.
Right, because you've got multiples on the board.
Oh, okay.
So your best one is probably the your start planet, the Epson
Yep.
Iridian, because it gives you a point and a card.
Okay.
So if you click that card and then you're good. And drag
And then
your
it
good.
says now it's telling me to choose a good to choose a good to consume.
Yep.
Right.
So
that
you
would be
drag.
the-
Yep. There you go.
I thought I. Okay. Did I do that twice?
No, you just did it.
Because I got rid of both of my goods.
Yes. So
Right.
you did the trade action to sell it for money, and then
Okay.
then everybody gets the consume action, which for every card you have that has a consume ability, which you have 4 of them, you can consume a good.
So the first part was the bonus. First trade 1 good, and then the second part was the actual consume.
Correct.
Right.
Okay. All right.
So you want to now try to get a bunch of planets that can produce goods, and then use all your abilities to turn those into points. I mean, you might have a different strategy, but
Zero strategy, Nathan. To have strategy, one must understand the game.
Yeah, you can sell off both of your blue cards there for points.
yep.
All right, I'm gonna sell off this card, and I don't have any of those abilities that get me points out of the pool. So, meh. Interesting.
What do I think other people are gonna do?
Well, we've all got cards. Not saying anything, but we all do have cards.
Oh yeah, looking at the. Never mind. I know what you guys aren't gonna do, which is as good as knowing what you guys are doing. So,
Sometimes, I guess.
if you can follow my weird logic.
Let's
Never.
see. So, okay.
Nobody's really going for the point strategy yet.
I can settle a planet. Do I actually even want to?
Ooh, I could settle that one. Do I want
Maybe
to?
that one. I will pass on this settle. I will not settle a planet. With 8 cards in hand, seems terrible idea.
Ooh.
I only have 2 planets in hand, and they're both kind of meh. So,
Ooh, he got a plague world.
okay.
Okay, this is what I'm doing. My engine has done been built.
Development. Yes, I did want to place development. Thank you.
You found another 6-drop. What did you find? New economy. With a consume power. Oh man, look at that. Alright. Alright.
Oh, wow. Spending everything. I'm happy with how this is going for me. Dan's going for alien worlds. He's going for explore
I mean,
powers.
that was just a 6-drop that was worth 6 for me, so I was like, sure, I'll take that.
Yeah.
So what are you guys seeing on your right now? Are you guys waiting to make decisions or?
Waiting for other player.
Mine says consume, choose a good to consume,
Yep.
which I thought I did. I thought I did that already. Oh, I keep forgetting. I gotta move it and do it. Okay, there we go. All right.
This sounds like a game that'll have to be like a rematch later once Peter's kind of played through and kind of figured it out. Assuming Peter actually likes this, right?
Right.
Yeah, and as I said, it's like that's the common complaint about this game is there's so much symbology. It can be hard to learn, and it can be a little hard to teach because of it. It does help that you can right-click on the cards and it tells you what the symbology means, but
I mean, I can tell you as somebody who knew nothing about this game going into it, and only having your verbal explanation beforehand, I do not understand this game.
yeah, that's the part of the issue is like the text that does explain what the card does refers to other symbology. And I'm also not a very great teacher.
I don't know about that. You've taught some games before, and I get it pretty quick. So,
Nathan, I think you're on.
Yep, I got a bunch to do.
Yeah. You've got a bunch of stuff to do. Yeah, you just bypassed me. You're at 38. Ah, gosh darn it.
he's at 38. I only see 32.
I'm sorry, he's at 42 total now. Like the
Oh, that plays into it as well.
If you're looking at the display, the big number is the value of the planets and developments he has in play, and the smaller number next to it, also in the hexagon, is how many victory points he's pulled out of the pool.
Oh, okay.
Oh, somebody produced. I like that.
That was me. I produced. I've got 11 cards. So I've got to drag one to get rid of it. Okay, there we go.
Maybe I should play a card that allows me to do something during this phase 4. I don't want to do that.
I do like how the victory point value of some of these cards that vary changes to match what your actual board state.
Yeah, usually the 6 drops you just kind of play, and then you hope they pay off by the end of the game.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, that's the action I'm going to do. Sure. Development. Do I want to develop? Yes.
I'm not sure I do.
Actually, now that I look at my board, I probably didn't want to do that either.
It's very rare for me to pass up an opportunity to play a card, but...
And then I'm choosing another consume power.
If we consume, basically you have to eat all of your goods. Or all the ones that you can.
Okay.
Oh, Nathan's gonna get double points from this.
What do I still have? Okay, that's it.
Right, I can pitch this trade good.
Doesn't matter.
Consume power. There we go. Look at that! I got a victory point out of the pool. Just one.
What do I want to do here?
Oh man, I don't think I'm going to be able to overtake you now, especially when I'm on 11 cards. Right? Maybe I just go digging in the deck, hope to find a good one, or maybe I produce. That's another way to draw a bunch of cards. Okay. That's not such a bad card. Alright. I may place a world. I don't really want to. Yeah, I guess.
Ooh.
Alright, I guess I triggered the end game.
Oh no, I chose to develop myself too, so.
Oh, great.
Ooh.
Oh, you found a third 6-drop? Oh, that was worth 9 points. Oh,
Yeah.
my lord. Oh.
Peter got a nice card. What did he get? It was worth 7 his.
Yeah, my last card was worth 7.
Yeah, I thought I might as well go ahead and throw that one out there. I got it like right there at the end, and since you guys were saying that was the end of the game, so.
Yeah. So, yeah, Dan and Peter are pretty close to each other, but.
No, not even close. He had 39, I had 23? That's pretty far apart. That's pretty far apart.
You can make up that difference in a turn. A good turn, but still.
Yeah, I thought I would aggro out the game pretty quick using military to just conquer more its military, but I stalled, and then you started trading goods, and then when you bypassed me, I knew that you were going to win, because there was no way I could beat like your 10-point lead by just playing more cards when I only had like 2 slots on my tableau left.
Knowing the idea of the mechanics of the game, I think it's a game I could enjoy. I just have to learn how to actually play the game. Sometimes we start a game that I've never played before, and by the end of the game, I'm getting it well enough that I'm like, okay, I want to immediately play again. This is not one of those. I got the feeling that I might like the game, but I still think I need to go like watch a how to play video or read the rule book or something to really understand what's happening.
And I should have warned you at the beginning. This part of the reason I haven't played this in a long time is because I tend to always win it, and people don't want to play it with me anymore.
For me, that has nothing to do with it. It's just that I don't know the game. I don't mind losing a game, except I don't mind losing a game that I know how to play.
Yeah.
Like, if I know how to play it and I felt like I played it as well as I could have and I lose, I don't care. I just lost a game that I didn't know how to play to begin with.
Yeah.
And so that's an obvious, like, of course I should lose.
I think it's got a decent amount of complexity.
Which is the thing that I think I will like. I like complexity. I just have to know what is happening. So Nathan, you've played this one a bunch. Dan, you've played this some, or also a bunch but a while ago?
I guess also a bunch, but a while ago. I played a bunch, added the first expansion, played a bunch. It lost its luster for me at some point in time, and I eventually got rid of it.
So having played it a bunch, both of you, how do you like this digital adaptation of it?
I like the digital adaptation primarily for 2 reasons. One is by right-clicking on things, you can read what it does, which definitely helps. It bypasses like the iconography problem that Nathan mentioned previously, which is a big boon. There's like one thing that I'm not 100% cool with in this UI is that what your opponents are up to is sort of tucked away, which is probably too true to the physical game. 98% of the time, your head's down on your own board trying to combo your own things and not worried what other people are doing. But, sometimes it matters that, Nathan's about to explode and you need to end the game sooner.
Yeah, well, so like because at the physical table you would just look over and you'd see his cards on the table. Here
Right.
you've got to remember to click on his play area, see his cards.
Right click on his cards to see what they do.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't even realize you could do that. I didn't pay attention that you could right click on his cards too and also see what they do. That makes sense though.
Now, I do like that does give you a basic summary of what he has without having to click in, so you can see, okay, he has these many planets, this many goods.
I agree with you there. You can see how many cards they've got, all that stuff.
But I do feel that if you had that visible all the time, it wouldn't really be that helpful because it would be just cluttering the screen.
I don't have a better way to display that information in the GUI than what they've done. I'm just saying it's a little off to me personally.
I gotcha.
Okay.
Well, I would then say the only thing I have is this music is boring as all get out. as somebody who looks forward to eventually maybe playing this game, the music is not making me want to come back. The only thing making me want to come back is to learn the complexity of the game so I can enjoy it. They need to make it not quite so boring to listen to.
Mute the game, Peter, and start your own playlist. It'll be fine.
There you go.
What you'll probably have to do is, try out the tutorial and tell us how that is. And
Yeah. I'm definitely going to check out the tutorial and see how well that gets me to understanding the game. And I'll probably play a couple. I'm assuming I can play against some AI.
Yeah.
So I'll do that a few times after I do the tutorial, and I'll get back with you guys.
Well, thank you for watching. Please join us again for more unboxings, reviews, previews, and playthroughs. And we'd really appreciate it if you like and subscribe.